OKC lost the game on purpose so they can win at home on Game 7. An unpopular opinion, I know, but I'm sure that's what they did. There's no way Indiana was just that great last night. We'll see. This right here is Mount Hood, outside of Portland, Oregon, east of it. So if you're flying in from east to Portland, you should see this magnificent view. So if you are going to Portland anytime soon, if you're flying in, I hope you get a good, dope picture like this. You know, with these LA riots going on, some of you should really consider moving out of Cali and starting a new life. Y'all should move to like a no income tax state, do all that, start a new life, get a new skill, meet some girls or a guy, and do whatever, travel around a bit. You guys really need to get out of that cesspool known as LA. This could really be the beginning of a new journey for y'all. I'm really being optimistic because I look at some of these things that are going on, and really the best solution, in my opinion, is just to move out of that city, wherever you are. And of course, in this video, I'm talking about LA. You really just need to get away from like your family and friends where you grew up and just go start somewhere new, a new identity. Just cut up, act out, do whatever you want, eat what you want, smoke what you want, gamble as much as you want, do all that. So I encourage y'all. JLB Eatery is the greatest burger joint on earth, like no contest. Shout out to Houston. There's about 10 of these in Houston, and I would say this tops Trill Burgers. This is no disrespect to the legendary rapper Bun B and all of them, but JLB, it stands for Joy Love Burgers. You can't beat this place. It's really their homemade buns, and for some reason mayonnaise seems to complement it. So if you go get one, get a complete burger, get a full one with lettuce and all that good stuff. It's not going to taste the same if you just get a plain JLB Eatery burger, but yeah, you can't go wrong with this one. And to be fair to Trill Burgers, there's only one location, and that's not always the easiest to go venture almost downtown. So I will be fair and give Trill Burgers that. I won't take points off Trill Burgers' scoreboard for only having one location. I don't know if they're going to do more expansions or anything like that, but yeah, JLB Burgers, that's going to be hard to beat. But I will give Trill Burgers this. I do like their fries a little bit more than JLB, though, so I'll give them that. But again, shout out to H-Town. I can't wait to go back.
Where are all my ladies that are over 40, single, and dating? Like, what's going on out here? It's scary. It's very scary. There's something in the air. There's something in the water. What is
If y'all are ever in San Antonio, y'all need to go here for breakfast. It's called the Magnolia Pancake House. And what you're looking at is the Denver frittata omelet with a side of buttermilk pancakes. You can get pancakes anywhere, but what's great about these are they're very light, so you can have them first thing in the morning and go about your day. There's no headache, there's no crash out, nothing like that. So go ahead and try it out. Very good fight tonight. I was going for Merab personally, only because Sean just looks like going into the fight, he just has a bug in his ass about Merab. He's looked cool all these years going against everyone else and winning, but for some reason when it was Merab, he just doesn't seem like a cool dude in that instance. So I'm glad to see Merab, the cooler guy, just win. He seems nicer, more humbler too. He just loves fighting, and that's always good to see. Sean O'Malley is still my favorite style, but I don't know. There's something about Merab, it just brings out the worst in Sean. Another fight I want to talk about is Vincente versus Kevin. That was a really good fight, too. I didn't think Kevin would win. I haven't seen him winning that much all these years in UFC, so I was glad to see him. I'm glad to see him win one. Vincente is pretty solid, too. So I was kind of surprised to see him lose to a guy like Kevin Holland, but definitely I'm going to keep watching Merab and Kevin Holland. What do y'all think? This picture you're looking at right here used to be Castle Hills up in Austin, Texas. It used to be a cool spot where you can take someone to go with your crew or go by yourself and admire all the graffiti. Even the dumpster looked cool. The trash looked cool there. But now they're building these, I guess they're condos or apartments there or whatnot. You still can see remnants of the Castle Hills, but it's blocked off. You can't walk there anymore. But just posting as a reminder of how great East Austin used to be till they started getting more tech people. You know, Snooze used to be the spot before the pandemic hit, but after the pandemic, I've noticed the quality tanked a little bit. This picture is before, I want to say I last ate there in 2021, but this picture had to be in like 2019. This would be my go-to. I get those migas like egg Mexican dish with some pancakes. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Snooze tanked, or is it still pretty good? The Statue of Christ in Rio is a must go. You definitely need to visit that when you can. If you've never been out the country, I definitely recommend it. If you don't want to go out the country, you only need to go here. That was a marvelous sight to see. If you're not religious, go here anyway. If this is true, how would Vanessa Bryant find someone attractive after being with Kobe? I mean, how could any man even come close to Kobe Bryant? Just asking the question. What's up, guys? This is your boy, Mr. Silver Lining, and I'm back with another one. Let's go. Well, there it is. The New York coach just got fired, and for what reason? I know they state the reasons in the article, but all of that just seems kind of like bullshit to me. You get to the Eastern Conference Finals and win at least 2 games, and you want to fire the coach, not believing that they're going to do better next year. The only silver lining in this is that Jalen will get to rest more. He won't have to play all 40 minutes of every single game all season. And I'm sure y'all will make it to the playoffs. Shout out to y'all in New York. But I don't see y'all even getting close to a championship, let alone the Eastern Conference Finals for another 5 to 10 years. And if I'm wrong, please comment in this video like 2 or 3 years from now for eternity and just let me know. I just don't see it. What I think is going to happen with the new coach to bring it in, I think he's going to scramble everything. I think they are going to make trades, but they're going to be for the worst. Just like how Dallas did that with Luka, it's going to almost repeat history. They just didn't trade off Jalen Brunson. That's the only thing that they're going to do right is keep Jalen Brunson. And yes, I stand on my last video. Please check out my video on Jalen Brunson before this one. The coach being fired just adds to it. Maybe Jalen will play a little bit less, but if he plays less, you're New York, y'all aren't going to win. Your only saving grace may be Kevin Durant, but we'll see. Well, there you have it, guys, especially y'all in New York. Good luck getting close to a championship in the next few years or even the next 10 years. Jalen Brunson won't be winning a championship anytime soon. This year was his closest, in my opinion, that he'll win a championship. And I'm going to get to the reason why I believe so in a minute. But yeah, the New York Knicks, even last year, I mean, he had a pretty good run these past couple of years, but I just don't see him winning a championship. Mr. Silver Lining, why do you think Jalen Brunson won't win a championship? Well, his best attribute is his worst attribute. It's the gift and the curse. He's way too clutch. What do you mean he's too clutch, Mr. Silver Lining? Well, what I mean is he's too clutch, meaning he's able to get many fast break points. He's very energetic, but the problem lies with him having to do that every single game, especially if they get to the playoffs. He's going to do that every single night. Well, not every single night. He's going to do that every other night, just running and battling like 3 guards and making baskets. He's going to do that for at least 4 games, like every other night. I don't think he can do that unless he just trains in a freakish way that he just never runs out of energy. I don't see it happening. So, New York Knicks fans, I'm sorry to rain on your parade. I mean, he is fun to watch, but I don't think y'all will be winning a championship anytime soon. I think this will be your closest for about another 20 years at least. But one silver lining, and I am Mr. Silver Lining, is they can potentially just draft like a superstar chess team to put around him. I don't know the ins and outs of the NBA industry or like how the trades operate or anything like that. So if you're an industry insider, please let me know in the comments what's going on with the New York team. Are they going to restructure again, or are we going to pretty much see the same roster next year? And if the answer is we're going to see the same roster, I don't think we're going to see any improvement. I don't think they're going to beat, let's just say they magically, by fate, face the Pacers again next year in the playoffs. I don't think they'll get past them. I'm not going to put all this on Jalen Brunson. I mean, he's so good. I've said that in the previous video. Jalen is so good, I still don't know who else plays for the Knicks. I know Karl Anthony Towns, but the reason his name sticks with me is because he was with Minnesota last year. The only name I can think of is it like Katz or something? Josh Katz? Y'all let me know if anyone else on the Knicks is that good. But yeah, Jalen, he just always has the ball. He's always breaking through like 10 million people on the court. And you're telling me he's going to do that every other night for assuming that they get to the playoffs. I'm sure they'll make it to the playoffs next year. They're gonna do that every other night if they don't if he doesn't recover properly. I'm sure the human body needs more than 2 nights to recover from doing all that. And I'm no fitness expert, but come on, you and I get tired of walking up the stairs. I mean, surely Jalen gets tired playing for 48 minutes. Shout out to Eric Drost. I don't know who he is, but this picture was pulled from Google Images, and the creator and copyright credit are under Eric Drost. So, Eric, if you're listening, appreciate it. Take it easy. So, what do y'all think? Y'all think I'm just capping? Y'all think I'm lying? Y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about? Or do you agree with me? Do you see what I see? Do you see Jalen not winning a championship anytime soon? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Peace. Minnesota died tonight. That was terrible. I mean, the game was good because I was going for OKC personally, but if you're a Minnesota fan, I'm sorry. That was a bad way to end. I mean, sure, they can probably get to the same spot in the playoffs next year, but I don't think they have enough guns to really blast through any team that they come across. They just don't got that capability yet. OKC obviously has it. I mean, they were just shooting all night. At one point in the fourth quarter, 7 minutes left, they made 7 threes in a row, and no one was stopping that. No one expected them to even make threes like that. It was just they kept the streak going. I could see they must have talked to each other on court saying, let's make another three, let's make another three, let's make another three, let's make another three. Yeah, it was really bad. Minnesota kind of kept pace. They didn't trail further than about 30 points. I think the worst was maybe 41, but the OKC was able to maintain average 30 points ahead of Minnesota the whole night. I can't even sound excited for this game. I mean, that wasn't a really good fight. That was terrible. I watched the game Saturday. It was game 3 where Minnesota won that one. I thought that was a waste of time. There was a light of hope in that game. I thought Minnesota could fight back and by now at least tie it, but nah, that was bad. I'm sorry, Minnesota. Y'all gotta go home. But there's a silver lining in this. Anthony Edwards is that dude. I mean, he's only, 23 now? So if he just keeps playing, they'll make some trades around him to hopefully win a championship. I mean, he's good, so he just needs to win enough to back up his trash talking. I like the dude personally. He's fun to watch. Other than his child support case, I don't really mess with that, but his playing skills and his trash make him fun to watch. So it's not over, Minnesota. Y'all got next year, so good luck to y'all. Minnesota died tonight. That was terrible. I mean, the game was good because I was going for OKC personally, but if you're a Minnesota fan, I'm sorry. That was a bad way to end. I mean, sure, they can probably get to the same spot in the playoffs next year, but I don't think they have enough guns to really blast through any team that they come across. They just don't got that capability yet. OKC obviously has it. I mean, they were just shooting all night. At one point in the fourth quarter, 7 minutes left, they made 7 threes in a row, and no one was stopping that. No one expected them to even make threes like that. It was just they kept the streak going. I could see they must have talked to each other on court saying, let's make another three, let's make another three, let's make another three, let's make another three. Yeah, it was really bad. Minnesota kind of kept pace. They didn't trail further than about 30 points. I think the worst was maybe 41, but the OKC was able to maintain average 30 points ahead of Minnesota the whole night. I can't even sound excited for this game. I mean, that wasn't a really good fight. That was terrible. I watched the game Saturday. It was game 3 where Minnesota won that one. I thought that was a waste of time. There was a light of hope in that game. I thought Minnesota could fight back and by now at least tie it, but nah, that was bad. I'm sorry, Minnesota. Y'all gotta go home. But there's a silver lining in this. Anthony Edwards is that dude. I mean, he's only, 23 now? So if he just keeps playing, they'll make some trades around him to hopefully win a championship. I mean, he's good, so he just needs to win enough to back up his trash talking. I like the dude personally. He's fun to watch. Other than his child support case, I don't don't really mess with that, but his playing skills and his trash make him fun to watch. So it's not over, Minnesota. Y'all got next year, so good luck to y'all. The Thunderbolts didn't actually beat Century. It was more of a they talked sense into him, and that was my one criticism of this movie. I said in my last video I didn't like the last 30 minutes of the movie, and that was really the main reason was because it really didn't seem like they beat Century. It was more so Century because of Yelena and him having a bond with her, he changed his mind. Like you've seen those shows and movies where they don't actually whoop the villain's ass. They kind of just have a second coming or they have a change mind moment and then they just start doing good all of a sudden. That was kind of my main issue of this movie. But I am Mr. Silver Lining. I mean, I do see a silver lining in all this. The first thing, they couldn't destroy Sentry because he was too powerful. That was basically Superman. Superman, if you gave him powers to put people in the dark abyss, that is what Sentry is. And whether or not the Thunderbolts knew it, I'm sure the writers already know it. They can't, if they would have destroyed Sentry, if they would have figured out how to beat him, that would be problematic going into the future because the next big bad villain, which is Doctor Doom, they might need Sentry to stop him. They need a Superman-like-esque force to be able to stop the forces that are coming. So I do see the ending of the movie as a good thing. I mean, again, I'm sure the writers planned this movie to kind of be a bridge. They can't just flex the Thunderbolts. They can't just make them badass. They need Sentry going forward to stop Doctor Doom and possibly if there's another big bad villain coming forward. Like I said, I think it's going to be Galactus, or another thought I had was a Dark Jean Grey. I think they'll need Sentry for stuff like that. But just focusing on the movie itself, I mean, the Thunderbolts do have, at the end, they did have a pretty good heart. I'm sure they didn't want to just off someone. Killing is not their MO. It's kind of like Batman. He never kills people. He just kind of puts them in jail or does whatever. But yeah, again, I will say it was a pretty good movie. Just a kind of a slow, weak 30 minutes. I know I'm late with this one, guys. You got to give me a break, though. Thunderbolts, I know that came out at the beginning of this month. It's been a month since I got to it, but let's get into it. A pretty damn good movie. I didn't want to see it that bad, hence why I'm just now making this video. But the basic premise is you have these former villains that are now anti-heroes. I wouldn't call them heroes yet, but they try to stop this Superman-like dude named Sentry, who was created by the government to, I forgot exactly what it was, but pretty much that you're take over the world kind of thing. And I must emphasize, these are anti-heroes. These aren't heroes. They're all pieces of shit. Some of them are villains from previous movies. I think Yelena, the Russian, the main character, who's the cover that you see in the thumbnail, she is from Black Widow. So you had villains just work together. They're assholes to each other, but they work together to stop that Superman-like dude. The dialogue was pretty great. I mean, Yelena, I think the actor's name is Florence Pugh, if I'm saying it right. She's from the UK, I believe. They nailed their Russian accents. I mean, that really made the character. I couldn't imagine an American woman doing this role, like with an American accent. She would just sound like a nag, in my opinion, but that's beside the point. I'm going off a tangent. But if you're not in the superhero movies, give this one a chance. You get to see just people be assholes to each other. It does have a do-gooder theme, like a virtual signaling kind of theme to it, that quintessential Marvel template of them always trying to be good guys and then stop a bad guy. But these are all anti-heroes, like I said before, from previous movies where they're villains and they're just piece of shit people. They're not great. They're unreliable. They just fumble the bag and do all that. So that was a great kind of twist to a Marvel movie than you usually have heard about with Iron Man and Captain America. My one criticism of this movie was how they stopped Sentry. I mean, I thought that was a kind of a weak last 30 minutes to a movie, but it did serve as a great transition into the upcoming Marvel films. I kind of understand why they wouldn't want to, sorry, spoiler alert, why they wouldn't want to destroy Sentry, but I'm going to get into that in my next video. With all that being said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know if you agree with me. Let me know if you think what I said was bullshit. Is Thunderbolts a horrible movie? Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, and peace. I'll see you guys at the next one.